Well, it happened again. Another one of these jumped in the boat. Again, I was never a huge fan of these GE box fans, but here it is. This is a General Electric. It's a 2-speed reversible. I'll show you more on that in a minute. Put out for trash. Driving to a gig this morning, and there it was. I pulled over and grabbed it. These are fairly uncommon with the front plastic grate like this. No brakes in the grate. It's missing a screw. Probably rattles like a bastard. Bit of rust on the top here. The side is okay. It has all 4 feet, and there is a first one of these that I found that actually has the information on the bottom, so I'll show you that in a second. And we're going to assess some of the condition, see how it looks, and then maybe try and plug it in, see if it runs. No understanding as to why they threw it out other than it's big and heavy and rusty. So that's enough for anyone in their right mind to throw out something like this. So it could run. We'll find out. As you can see, it's push button with the thermostat. And so that means this is closer to the 50s ones than it is the 60s ones, which have the knob and the on and off. So this could be, 1960, right on the dot, something like that. So that's the first item of note. It's got the spring-loaded handle. The plug and cord don't look that bad. Someone tied it in a knot. But otherwise, looks okay. There's a little discoloration, but I don't think that's open wiring. And then it looks pretty good all the way up to the grommet. All right, a little bit of rust. The corner on the bottom, but we've got 2 feet, and we've got 2 feet. And then here's the sticker, and we have model F12W14. So there's that. 3 amps. All right, more to come. All right, the grate came right off. It's got the rubber bumpers, and these are blue in color to match the fan. One of them I think just fell off. Oh, some of them stayed in the machine. Okay, and now we're going to see if the blades move. Ooh, they're real stiff. Ooh, that's bad news. Alright, so that's very, very stuck. The wiring looks okay, other than kind of dry. So we've got ourselves a winner here. Very, very stuck. So I guess this will need all the stuff they normally need before we can even attempt to run it. So that's the deal. No real movement on it. So we'll take it out of the yard, dust it out, and see what we can do. I'm not really sure that this electronic stuff is going to come out of the fan without cutting the wiring, and that was the issue. That's why we're kind of stopped on the 50s one, because getting the wiring back together safe and all that kind of stuff is really the trick. So it's got the metal clips. Yeah, who knows? We'll see what we end up with. But yeah, that's not a runnable machine. So we'll have to take a closer look, get the motor apart, and see if it actually has it, possible to run it. Maybe at some point it will. And we'll see what happens. So there you go. Yeah, so as you can see, there's some paint under there, but there's rust too. And here's the box for the wiring. Who knows if that's going to come out of there easy. This plate is just kind of stuck on there, so maybe we'll try and, the first thing is to get this off of there and start seeing if we can get the switch box out this way. Then we can deal with the motor without cutting the wiring, which is what I would love to do. I'd rather not cut the wiring because these are all the same color. It's hard to keep track of them. I don't know what the hell GE was thinking. Well, they were thinking you'd buy another fan and throw this one out. That's what they were thinking. But there it is. I mean, the The push buttons seem to work. You know, everything there turns as it's supposed to, but the motor is totally stuck, so that'll need to be disassembled and dealt with. So there you go. Interesting find, $0, and boy, it's a big fan, pretty heavy. I like this spring-loaded handle thing. Kind of a neat idea. So there you go. F12W14, I think it said. So, interesting find. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts about getting the switch mechanism deal out of here without cutting it apart, I would love to hear what you think. So there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. GE, we bring good things to life, and then they get old, and then they almost die, and then someone brings them back to life again. Dig. Alright, the very first thing that happened was this broke. I just pulled it straight off. It's probably already cracked in there. You know, this probably sat in a garage, and we get, you know, weeks at a time where it's 3 degrees in the winter here, you know. So that's what happens to the old plastic. Look at the front of the switch plate. Now, I've learned a little bit about these. These 4 little screw bolts hold the front of the box onto the box. And then it looks like, unlike the other ones, we have these 2 screws that go into the sheet metal there. So it looks like it's held into the frame there, and that must be these. So hopefully those come out, and then this will just slide back and maybe come out of there. Who knows? I'm not going to do it today. But so that's the first parts of this taken apart of those. And so we'll see what else happens. Try not to break anything as I go, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are you going to do? If you're going to break shit, it's going to happen, whatever. So we'll see what happens. So there's your GE 3-speed reversible plastic grate dealie. Yeah, thanks for watching. Alright, I was just noticing that this screw on the front grate was kind of sitting funny. And look at that. It's not really screwed into the frame, it's screwed into these clips. There's these clips, and you can see one here. And the grate is screwed into these little clips that clip onto the body of the box. Interesting. It seems to me like in the late 50s, early 60s, a bunch of these companies experimented with plastic front grates and then decided, yeah, this shit sucks, and tried something else for a while. And then in the 70s, they tried it again, and I think the difference is the plastic. I think the plastic got more flexible and less brittle. And that's when they were able to start really using plastic for the front grates. Because there's this, and there's that one, and there's the signal fans, and there's some Lakewoods, all from 59 and very early 1960 and 61 that have plastic front grates, it seems like. And then they stopped doing it. They were like, yeah, this just doesn't fucking work. So this is one of those, I think. Who knows how to clean up, but it looks really bad from that vantage point. But yeah, it's just dirty and shitty, and the motor is stuck, so this is going to need some wake. We have no idea if it runs or it's going to run. But there it is in all her glory. Check it out. Alright, thanks for watching this unnecessarily long video.